Hey, evening everyone. I got good news today. My C1 extension, it just came in, and I'm good up to the third. So in 2 months I'll have to reapply for for another extension if I want. That'll get me up to 6 months here. This being the second time I renew it. Yeah, 180 days is a long time in the country. Right now, if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I got both cameras running. I have this mic actually set up to my DJI Pocket 3 because the onboard speakers being a little bit waterlogged. And this will also give me a chance to actually try out the Action 6 and how well it's gonna work out, you know, how well they work, the onboard speakers. So anyway, yeah, there's going to be a learning curve with this one, but I wanted to get both of these cameras rolling so I can basically show the new introduction of the new camera. So this one is going away, and this one right here is going to be the new one. I have the tripod. I actually have two of these, so I can always keep one. I found one on the ground. This is the actual extension stick, which comes way out. And there's going to be adjustment period for this. There's a screen on both sides, obviously. And right now I have it on horizon steady. So although it shows that the screen is moving, it's not. So let me show you a little of what I'm talking about here. If I set this up, yeah, let me put this right here. So as you can see, I'm moving the video past 45%, then it actually moves over. It actually, the viewing actually shifts, but up to 45, it should stay steady. So that is good. That's good because when I'm riding my bicycle, it will get rid of a lot of that, you know, movement of me back and forth with the stick, because this is the Pocket 3 was very easy. All you had to do is hit the button 3 times, and it came back and forth, you know, for you. And I lose that with having to actually do it manually. So, and you might think, well, that's not a big deal. Well, it is if the stick is completely extended out. It's hard to actually get to the button. I noticed yesterday, turn it on, turn it off, if the stick is extended. So once I start rolling and the video is actually running, you know, I'm gonna have a lot of footage that I just need to cut out later on in post-production. So anyway, guys, this is the new baby right here. And this is what we're gonna be using for the future. And the Pocket 3 will come out. If I need a more subtle camera to walk around with it, because the Pocket 3 is still one of those cameras that, you know, are not as obvious that you're using a camera. So this will be my undercover brother, and this will be my daily soldier right here. All right, guys. That's the update. We're gonna be getting hitting the road. We're gonna be hitting the road here after New Year's. So I'm paid up to after New Year's, and then we're gonna get on a bicycle and take off. And the last thing I should probably do while I'm here is to look into maybe a better tent, because I think it's time to upgrade and just get a little bit of better quality stuff. But you know, I'm flexible. I still have the Hennessy hammock on me. All right, that's it, guys. That's the introduction of the new camera that we're going to be using here in the future. And just forgive me while the learning curve and me going over videos and trying to educate myself on the new camera. All right. Well, evening everyone. I decided I'm going to head to the bus station. I borrowed actually one of the bus cards from one of the employees there. That way I don't have to get the card. I just had to top up. He says only about 10,000 rupiah should get me down to the decathlon and back. So I'm planning on going down to the decathlon, just because the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking that I'm going to need some better quality gear for the years that are coming up. Which started off as maybe just like a short one country run, looks more like a world travel event. And if I'm going to be spending the time that's coming up investing in the camera, one, I better start investing in the gear too, just for the comfort level of everything. I don't have to worry about leaks and just general, you know, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the new bus system there. Not the new bus system, but new for me. So I'm going to go use the card and put 10,000 on it and get on the buses that the employee was so graciously to tell me which buses I needed to get on. That's the plan for the day, guys. The bus system. All right, already running into the first hiccup. The machine here, the kiosk, actually doesn't accept cash. So what I had to do was actually, that's a good thing because it gave me a learning, it allowed me to learn how to use my, since I just opened my GoPay and my Touch and Go account, this is the first time I've actually paying for something. So I was able to successfully load the card using my my GoPay. Next I'll learn Touch and Go, but yeah, looks like everything went through. A problem turns out to be a blessing in disguise, right? So now I'm gonna get on the bus and start heading out there. Hopefully 10,000 was good enough. Yeah, so it's all a learning curve, right? All right, the bus I'm looking for is actually the one on bottom, the 3H. And yeah, I just kind of have to wait on the 3H, and yeah, so I got the zoom on, and then I got right ahead of me. But this is the bus station, guys, so you want to know.
Lihat ke bawah silakan, hati-hati langkahnya, hati-hati.
Ah, back bus.
Masuk. Hati-hati, pegangan.
All right, we made it to Grugel. This is the bus station we needed to come to. Now I've got to walk across the river to catch a different bus. So those buses are super crowded and they take a long time because there's so many one-way streets. We had to literally do a whole circle before we came back around to actually go in this direction. So it was like, took a while. It was very confusing. If I didn't, if I wasn't sure which buses I was supposed to be on, then it would have freaked me out a little because it was going in the wrong direction for such a long time before I turned around and went back. So anyway, we made it, guys. Busy Jakarta. I'm not positive I'm going in the right direction. So what it looks like is everything's encaged. So you can go from one bus to another bus without ever really technically leaving. Like right now I'm going over the water. I never technically left the bus station. So I think this is so I can get on the next bus without having to leave and come back and pay again. So I'm looking for bus number 9, which, yeah, that's it, man. Here's bus 9. So, yeah, crazy. That's all I had to do. So, I don't have to scan out, scan back in, and repay. 9A.
Budaya Betawi jadi ingatan. Yuk jaga kebersihan, terus bersih.
Well, this experiment's about over, guys. I started this journey about 4 o'clock, and now it's already past 6 o'clock. I got on a bus going the wrong way, and it's just traffic. Traffic over traffic after traffic, and overcrowdiness. So this is slowing us down. 2 hours on the bus to get nowhere is not what I'm planning on doing. So I'm gonna just turn around and go back. This will be the second day, the second time I give up on trying to get to Decathlon. But even though the buses are well organized, it's not an efficient, quick way of getting anywhere. Like I said, 2 hours on the bus. This is only the second bus too. So yeah, if I'm going to do this again, I'm going to do it on my bicycle. It's faster to ride a bicycle to my location. So, yep. Oh well. It is what it is. There we go. That took a second. We're back to where we started from. It's past 7 o'clock now, 7:20. And I started this journey around 4 o'clock. I did a little estimations. Not all these buses run 24 hours. A lot of them close down at 8. These are the ones, that's what it looked like the schedule was saying. So I made a choice to continue this tomorrow. I still need to get out to Decathlon, and also I would like to buy the macro lens for this. I did not buy the macro lens. It might be a little costly, but it'll give me more flexibility when it comes to filming things up close. And yeah, so I might as well get it while I'm here, because I might never see another DJI shop for the rest of this journey through Java. So anyway, I'm gonna keep this short, and tomorrow we'll continue this. I'll either try to do the buses again, but start earlier, or I might just grab my bicycle and take off on that, because that gives me more of the flexibility of going wherever I want, whenever I want. All right, that's it. We're gonna keep it at that. Bye. Hey, morning everyone. I'm gonna repeat yesterday, try and do the exact same thing I did yesterday, but since I already know the route, I won't have to relearn those things like how to do pay and go and all these other little speed bumps I got in my way yesterday. I know the exact route. I won't get on the wrong bus. And something that was bothering me last night Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah. It was something that's, how you doing, brother? Something that was bothering me yesterday is thinking about when I actually started around 4 o'clock and how it wasn't until like 6 o'clock before I decided I'm not going to catch the last bus home. So I was like, it couldn't have really taken 2 hours. So I know, yeah.
Selamat pagi Indonesia.
I don't speak Indonesian, but
Selamat pagi Indonesia. Good
No.
morning Indonesia.
oh, good. No, okay, what is it?
Selamat pagi Indonesia.
Selamat pagi. Pagi. Okay.
Indonesia.
Indonesia. All right, brother. Thank you. Learning the language little by little. So yeah, I'm gonna do the time. I know it's exactly 9 o'clock right now. This will actually give me the exact amount of time, how long it takes to get over there. Anyway, that's my morning introduction. That's what I'm doing. And that's the plan. Decathlon, DJI. Okay, another successful payment. So, step 1 done. And then green light. And go through. Now I'm just waiting on the 3H bus, and yeah. GoPay is pretty awesome. So yeah, it makes everything very convenient. All right, so you can see that they actually have a board here. I'm waiting on the 3H, which says 1 minute before it shows up. I think I got here right after the bus just left, so 9:22, and it should be showing up any minute. Just kind of showing you why it might have taken so long yesterday. So we're already over 20 minutes in. I'm still waiting to get on the bus, but like I said, I think I got through the gates as the 3H bus was taking off. So yeah, so this is convenient. It's telling you exactly when the bus should be showing up. So I got about 1 minute. 9:25, I'm on the bus. All right, it's 10 o'clock, just a minute past, and I just got off the first bus. I'm heading to the second bus, the 9. My problem last time, I should have been right here. I'm not sure if you can see the bus right over there. Should have been on this side, but I ended up going down this pathway and catching the bus on the other side when I should have been catching the bus on this side. So I learned from my mistake. I'm going to catch the bus in the right direction this time. But it still took me an hour just to get to this point. So, and the traffic's not bad today because it's earlier in the morning. All right, I made it down to the Central Park Mall. And right across the street here is the Decathlon that I'm planning on going to. The DJI shop is actually in the mall that I was at yesterday, or not yesterday, but when I picked up the DJI, this Action 6. So time-wise, guys, here. I got off the bus around 10 after 10. If I started at 9, let's subtract a half an hour from that because I missed the first bus, and if it's just a timing thing, then we shouldn't count that. If I would have been looked up the schedule online or whatever, and I would have been there at the right time. So technically, it was only about this, even being pretty lenient, 40 minutes. That's not bad at all. The traffic wasn't real bad because it was morning time. But yeah, so yesterday, it must have been just an accumulation of all the problems of learning to use the GoPay. I probably missed a bus. I had to get off the bus and turn around because I went the wrong way. So Yeah, half an hour, 40 minutes. Not bad to get basically 6.5 kilometers if you're walking it. About 8 kilometers if you're driving it. So we're here, everyone. All right, back at the DJI shop. Hey, brother. And macro lens. That's what I'm looking for. And now decathlon. So this looks like the tent. It's got good airspace. This looks like the tent that I'll probably be picking up here because it's got a good heavy. I think actually this is the same one Usfin uses on Let's Go Cycling, but it's got a good rain fly. It's good. It's got good sturdy poles here, guys. Like the connection points look good. The tarp is pretty thick and reasonable. Everything's really, you know, but more than anything, it's the price. Honestly, this is the cheapest one they have. I think it's on sale right now for $449, marked down to from $560. That puts it even at $500. Let's just say that puts it at a $30 tent. And when you compare the prices to the other ones, like this one right here, $2 million. Well, basically $3 million. Now you're talking, was that $180? You know, that's just the next one up. This one's $2,600,000. You know, and those are the smaller. I mean, it's a blackout tent, yeah, so they can't see the. So that you can sleep through the day, and maybe people can't see your light on the inside of the tent, but. I mean, it's already bright white, so you're going to stand out no matter what environment you're in. Yeah, so I need to upgrade a little bit on my tent. That's 100 times better than the one I'm doing right now, and I won't have to use the tarp from my Hennessy hammock unless I want just like a porch area, or if I'm planning on staying more than one night. This looks like for $30, it'll be worth the investment. So, right? Yeah, $500,000, $30. So that looks like the plan. I'm going to see what else is here. Ground mat and possibly a sleeping bag. I just don't think we need a sleeping bag yet. And I probably could find a sleeping bag at a used spot. All right, that's it for now. See, this one's small, but even that, you know, look at that. It's just hard for me to pay them prices when I know I can get a used one. You know, look at this price. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with shopping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the purchase for the day. So what we have here is my sleeping system. I'm sleeping in that little cheap $7 tent that I've had. Made me realize that there is a big difference between a hammock and a tent. The tent is just better. It's heavier, but let me just go over some prices real quick of what I'm going to be investing in. This is $450. Let's just round up to 500,000 rupiah, which comes out to $30. So, you know, it's a little less than $30 for that tent. It's the cheapest one they have. A good sleeping mat. You know, I mean, these always come in handy. And right now I'm using like a sunscreen for a vehicle, you know, a window of a vehicle. So this is 300,000, which puts it at $18, right? And then the cheapest sleeping bag they had It's just for the extra little bit of comfort, although I don't really need a sleeping bag. I can just layer my clothing, and that's been working out. But this does help. This does bring a nice bit of comfort to just a good night's sleep is mandatory. And this was only 200,000, so you're talking a total of $12 for a sleeping bag. So I was able to locate one, and it's fairly light, fairly small. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is my sleeping arrangement. I'll put total price down below.
Next stop, Elibasa. Please check your belongings and step carefully. Thank you.
Hey, evening everyone. I'm back from a whole day of errands and stuff just a whole day of errands. I didn't film everything I did today just because I didn't want too much of just a bunch of boring crap altogether. The only thing I didn't really film is me going over to Telecomsol, which is Grand Prairie. That's what the business is called. And to get my phone, what would you say, the IMEI re-registered, but I don't need to for another month, and I have to wait until it actually fully expires before they can unlock the phone after it's been locked. So yeah, I couldn't renew my registration with that until February 5th. So other than that, I had to get a new little, like, I keep all my camera stuff and anything that I need to access right away. And this is actually my old one. Turned out I got it for free. Someone threw it away and I picked it up, and ended up being very handy for keeping all my camera stuff in and stuff. And anyway, I had to replace it because the zipper stopped working. It wouldn't zip anymore. It would zip, but it wouldn't hold. So I had to get a new one. I got a really cheap one from Mr. DIY. Anyway, I was gonna do I'm using my Osmo Pocket 3 right now, is because I want to just kind of show you what I bought here. I said I picked up the macro lens, but you might not know what macro lens is. So I'll just tell you kind of what I understood from the videos that I watched on YouTube. You can do the same if you really want any more in depth. It's basically a lens that goes on here. So you actually unscrew this part. And if you notice, if you get too close, the cameras lose focus. So the action cameras will lose focus. I think it's said 20 centimeters or closer, it can't focus. So this eliminates that by giving you a little control over the field of depth. Anyway, so this was it. It was kind of expensive. It came out to $111. So yeah, it's quite expensive. I think that's 1,825,000 rupiah. So here's the box. So this is brand new. I haven't put it on yet or anything. So here we go. Comes in a nice carrying case, but one thing they didn't think of, and this has been mentioned on the videos, they didn't come with a lens caps. So that you could just leave this on without it getting scratched. You actually literally have to take this off each time, and put it back in this. And yeah, so hopefully someone will figure that out and actually make a lens cap for it real quick. So. Alright, snaps open, and this is the macro lens. You have to undo this one. This is waterproof, so it's very nice and tight. So unscrew it. And it has a good seal on it, that way it can go underwater up to 20 meters. It's waterproof. And then this actually just takes its place right on top of it. And you can see the size difference in this. I'll kind of show you when I have two hands here. So this is what's coming off. This is just the cover to stop the camera lens from getting scratched. And this is the one that's going on. That's a huge size difference. You know, side by side, it's like, wow, you know. So what this will now do, let's see, make sure it's on. So if you can see on the side here, let me manually do it. Now I have actually control over landscape. So like if I'm just shooting stuff farther in the distance, then keep it in landscape. There's portrait mode. So there you go. So let me see. So there's, okay, there we go. Sorry. I'm trying to, there's portrait. So like if I'm just doing daily vlog, that's portrait. And then right here is the little flower. Is for some, I need anything that's under 20 centimeters. That would be like when I focus in on a bug or something like this. So now I can easily, say, make sure it's screwed on there nice and tight. I don't want, because I think it says don't use underwater. So it says don't use underwater. Don't use underwater. I don't think I'm going to actually be filming a lot underwater anyway. But there's always a chance that I might. Yeah, so now that gives me a nice looking lens, isn't it? That gives me a lot more control over actually what I'm actually filming. And I know several times I try to focus in on a bug or something small, right? Like a cool looking bug. And I just lost focus with this the Pocket 3. So now this will give me a little more control. And one last thing before I end this and call it a night. For carrying this around, I needed to figure a way to carry it around. So I strapped a loop to the side here of my belt loop. So that's just on my belt loop. And just like carrying around a hammer when you're on the construction yard, then I can actually ride my bicycle with this off the side. And yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's a good one. It's a good jury rig, you know, so I can access it fairly quickly. So there's the new baby. That's with the lens on it. And this thing's starting to look a little more professional. Now I just had to get out when there's a little more light and play with it a little. So, all right guys, that's the great unveiling. Peace. And there we go. We got the lens on. I have the lens on and everything's running. Put the DJI off to the side now. And something I forgot to mention is once you screw on the lens, the camera detects it. So it says, I don't know if there's an adjustment in its software for it or something, but it does detect it. And yeah, so right now I have it set up on like vlogging mode, and I don't have any of the low light settings set up, but you can see it looks pretty nice actually. And it's getting pretty dark out here. Like I said, that's with my nose almost right on the camera. So I would have lost, I think 20 centimeters would be like here. So it still has quite a bit. And I'm almost touching the camera, yeah, and that's where it looks like it starts to lose focus. So yeah, that's awesome. Now I can get some of the close-up shots I've always wanted. So anyway, great investment. Hopefully I'll have this for years to come and I don't have to keep replacing the camera. You know, the DJI Pocket 3. I'm just surprised it went through so much. So it definitely impressed me. The DJI has a great product. And unfortunately, the drones are going through a ban right now in the United States. So like the Neo 2 or something that has hand gesture control and follow mode and all this stuff would be great on a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? It could just follow you and film, and you don't, but you go back to the United States, you can't get parts for it. But anyway, I'm not going to drag this on any longer. I just want to say Happy New Year's, everyone. This is New Year's night, and yeah, Happy New Year's. Bye.